All right, today is our week 2 call, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I always try to keep these around 30 minutes or so we will try to be as fast as possible so y'all can enjoy this Sunday evening. Let me do a screen share. So again, the kind of purpose of these is so that we can review everything that we did in training, because I know we went over a lot in the 2 days. So I kind of break it down again for you. All right, so today we're going to be going over how to inject the frontalis and some of the neurotoxin rules as far as how to inject. And then for the MFL operations, we're going to go over how to offload and how to order product. Also, as well, how to label and store it. For AR, we're going to be going over how you apply promotions and how you take wallet payments. And then we have our marketing homework for the week. Okay, so let's do a quick toxin review. Okay, so whenever you are injecting the frontalis, remember that it is a depressor muscle group. So whenever you are putting neurotoxin into it, remember I said that God kind of makes it an elevator. It helps lift up your eyebrows, but whenever you put neurotoxin in it, it makes it do the opposite. So it becomes a really strong depressor muscle group. That's why it's really important you treat the glabella if you are going to treat the frontalis. That way you give the patient some type of structure. Also think back that the frontalis is considered a medium muscle group. So that means that it can handle 5 fluid units into each injection point. Think back to the fluid units. That is whenever you are reconstituting Botox and Jeuveau at 2.5 and Dysport at 3. And remember your Bible at 10 equals 4, 5 equals 2, and 2.5 equals 1. So the frontalis is a medium muscle group. So that very first injection point is going to be in between that pupil and that lateral canthus, 2 centimeters or roughly 2 finger breadths all the way up. And that's going to be your first injection point. 5 fluid units. And then you go medial canthus straight up, medial canthus straight up. And then again, pupil between lateral canthus straight up. If the patient had a normal size forehead, you would add an additional layer on top. In that case, it would then be pupil straight up, nose straight up, again, pupil straight up. If the patient has something called rainbows, and those rainbows are these little lines, actually it's been a minute since I've done my toxin, so I have good rainbows. That is a rainbow, and I would actually treat this right at the hairline at 2.5 fluid units, again, regardless of the product that I'm using. And then if I did use Botox or Jeuveau, I would go back in and I would chart 1 unit in aesthetic record. As far as the frontalis goes, the majority of the people are going to be having that kind of regular size forehead. There is a certain set of the population that has an abnormally small, small forehead. In that case, you would just do those 4 injections across the top. Sometimes I'll scatter maybe 1, right at the very top, or I'll do the pupil straight up, just kind of if they don't need that whole, all 7 injection points. Now, when I teach you this is just kind of a basic fundamental understanding of how to inject the forehead. Obviously, every single patient is going to be a little different. And so you really do want to kind of assess their anatomy. If they don't have a whole lot of movement on that very top layer, then you can omit that top layer. If you think that they might need a few more kind of scattered and you need to kind of bifurcate some points, and obviously you can do that as well. But the way that we taught you is really kind of the basic foundation of how to inject neurotoxin. Any questions on the frontalis? Excellent. Okay, so let's go over the toxin rules. So whenever you get neurotoxin, either if you order it directly from Stephanie or if you are getting it from another injector and it is an unopened bottle, not reconstituted bottle, please make sure that you label the bottle. And on this next page, I actually have an example of what that will look like. So Stephanie goes ahead and she puts on our sticker on here for us. So that way we can kind of track it. It makes it super easy. Whoever reconstitutes the bottle puts their initials. You put the date that you reconstituted and how much you reconstituted as well. Now, for whatever reason, this looks like it was probably this particular injector decided to use 1.5. Please, in the beginning, stick to the 2.5 and to the 3. That way, while we're passing product around, you know exactly kind of what's going on, especially for novice injectors. If you are going to be using an entire bottle and you do choose to use a more hyper-concentrated neurotoxin, you can do that, but please use that entire bottle then so there's no confusion. And then also, whenever you use units, a lot of injectors, they will actually just write it right on the bottle, because then this makes it super easy to look at your traceability and to make sure your numbers are matching up. So we do ask that you just, if I injected 50 units of Dysport, then I would just say minus 50. And then my next patients, I did 85 units, I would do 85. And then that way I can kind of calculate what I'm doing. So I told you how to label it, and obviously you know how to reconstitute. Botox and Jeuveau, again, are at 2.5, and Dysport is at 3. All neurotoxin must be refrigerated before and after reconstitution. So if you are going to a patient's house, please take the product on an ice pack so it does stay cold. Please do not leave it in the car. That Texas heat, what we've found is that is the best way to kill neurotoxin is by heat. It's a little bit more forgiving with time, but heat will absolutely kind of break apart those protein chains and it will destroy the product. So please do not let it sit in your car and take it in and out of your car and put it back in the refrigerator. Also, speaking of keeping in your refrigerator, some injectors will have a dedicated refrigerator just for their neurotoxin. If you don't have that, please don't put it in the door. Please put it towards the back of the refrigerator. That way it is not changing temperature every single time you open and close the door. And then also for expiration, once that neurotoxin is reconstituted, it is good within 60 days. Okay, so every single med spa kind of has their own different timeline of how good the product is, and we have kind of did a lot of internal studies and found that the product is still good at 60 days as long as it is kept in the ideal conditions. So it is good within 60 days after it's reconstituted. Again, please make sure that you are keeping it refrigerated. Any questions about the toxin rules? Excellent. Okay, already went over how to label the product. Okay, how to order product. So if you have a very large party coming up and you need to get some product, you can do it one of two ways. The first way is to reach out to your local districts. At this point, all of y'all have been placed into districts. So if you live in Houston, let's say that you would be like in the Southwest district. You could actually go onto your district in WhatsApp and say, I have a Botox party coming up. Does anyone have any opened or unopened product that I can come and grab, or y'all can share, or y'all can Uber, or you can ship, whatever is the most convenient way for y'all to swap product. If no one in your district does not have product, you reach out to Stephanie. She will actually reach out to other districts. If no one can get you product, then she will overnight you product. So we can always get you product within 24 hours. So please don't ever feel like you have to turn a patient down. But with that being said, I have never, ever, ever lost a patient if they call me and they're like, hey, can I get my Botox done today? And I'm like, I can't today. I don't have product, but I can get you in 2 days. They'll be great. What time? So it's really just kind of how you talk to your patients about it. But just know that we can get you product within 24 hours, especially in Houston, we can get it to you same day. So don't ever fret about not having product. The biggest thing is we do not want you holding product. So we don't want you to order 3 or 4 Botox or, 4 or 5 Jeuveau and then sit on it for a month, because we do want to make sure that we keep the product in rotation so it does not expire. Okay, so we're going to go over the very first one that you're going to watch is going to be this one over here on the left. This is how you add promotions, okay? So I'm going to go through, again, this chart. And I have 30 units of Dysport. So I'm going to walk through this entire chart. I'm going to click on the face. I have my appointment that I booked. My provider is correct. I do my established patient questionnaire because this patient has been seen before. I select no to all because nothing has changed. And then I select the appropriate consents. So I will I'm going to do the neurotoxin consent and the before and after. I will go ahead and initial, or the patient will initial. And then I'm going to select all 5 pictures. Remember the 5 pictures you can take on your phone. Please delete them after you take it. It will eat up all of your memory. For this particular patient, I did just select the template. Please use the live patient pictures. Always remember to pay yourself first. So you're going to go to the product and click on over to retail and select the appropriate appointment fee. And then also, if you are a registered nurse, this is where your telemedicine will be as well. And now we're going to select the correct product. So I'm going to go over to product because the amount of units that the patient is going to be getting, they may or may not qualify for a tier, but this particular patient, I believe, will qualify for the mid-tier, which has since gone away. So now we currently only have 2 tiers. I'm going to be doing 50 units of Dysport. And then save in the upper right-hand corner. And then I will hit that back button in the upper left-hand corner. And then I will click take payment. And this is where you can see how much the patient will be owing. So you can see that since that Aspire is fully integrated, it's already going to start calculating their rewards in the background. But let's pretend that we have a promotion going on for the month. Like I think this month it's there's a special on Jeuveau until the end of the month. All of those promotions will be in that promotion tab. It's very simple to apply those promotions. You will simply select that promotions tab and you will see all of the promotions that we have. So let's say that you treat someone and they have a fail toxin, like it just does not work on them. I want you to know that we will stand behind our product. This can happen occasionally if you get a bad bottle from the manufacturer. What happens is we just let the manufacturer know we had a bad bottle and it did not respond, and that the manufacturer will send us a new bottle so that we can retreat the patient at no cost. If you are doing a finesse follow-up, again, that is no cost to the patient. If you are going to do one of the that you have 2 family or friends discounts, you can apply it here. They're also the self-injection, the 55% off is also in this tab. But you can see when I did this one, there was some October specials going on, and you simply select it and it will it will take off the amount that the promotion is for at the bottom right. So I kind of go through different ones. Once you select it, it will take it off. If you want to unselect it, just tap it again. And there you go. So now we're going to look over to the other phone. And this is going to how you put in Ally points. So Evolus and Aspire are fully integrated. Ally is not fully integrated. So we actually have a dedicated person to go and collect the Ally points, but also give them their points as well on the back end. So with Ally, you do not have to do that at all. Bernard he goes into every single chart every single day, and he will collect those points and make sure that that patient is credited for the points. The only thing that you have to do is you have to go into their digital wallet and add those funds for it. And I'm going to show you in this video how to do that. So you simply click on wallet. So I'm going to go back just so you can kind of see exactly where I was. So I'm on the main page of the patient's profile. So you can see every single procedure they've had. You're going to click the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. So right up here. And then from there, you will click wallet. Once you select wallet, if the patient is a VIP member, there will be a dollar credit here. And the VIP it's $50 a month and it's $50 to sign up. 100% of the $50 each month goes into their digital wallet that they can use on future treatments. Excuse me. It does expire after 12 months, 12 rolling months. So you can see you have the dollar amount, you have the alley points. You don't have to worry about the Aspire credit or the Aspire certificate because it will automatically apply. If a patient accidentally tips you as well, I do want to remind you that you cannot accept tips. It is illegal for medical personnel to accept tips. It goes against our board. So please do not accept any tips. If a patient does insist on tipping you, you can always go into their virtual wallet and you can add the funds there, and then you would just turn it into the bank. But we are officially cashless, just so you know. So if they tip you on Venmo, you can add it there. You can see this patient, I said that they accidentally tipped me $10, so I just went ahead and I credited their account $10. If you do have a patient that is receiving Botox and they want to apply their alley points, very simple. You just go ahead and simply slide your finger over and click add. And then this is where you can add the amount. So they have a $50 coupon that they purchased, or that there are points that they can use. And I'm going to go ahead and put that coupon code in there. And that way Bernard can go in there and get it. And that's it. So very, very simple. And remember, Aspire and Evolus are fully integrated within Aesthetic Record. So when you go to checkout, you will simply click on those buttons and they will automatically apply. Any questions on promotions or wallet? Excellent. We are a quiet group tonight. All right, so we're going to wrap it up with our marketing homework. So this week, you are going to do 10 reach outs. Remember last week we did our Frank list. We kind of talked about the Frank list a little bit. This week, you are going to add more people to your Frank list, but you're also going to physically reach out to 10 people. You are getting ready for your launch party. So you already reached out to 10 people that first week. This week, you're going to do an additional 10. So now you have reached out or talked to at least 20 people by the end of this week. And that's just letting them know what you're doing. Like send them a text, hey girl, I just started doing Botox. You want to come to my Botox party? Like come hang out, it'll be super fun. So really start to kind of reach out to people. Again, this is your warm market. This week for social media for posting, you were going to do 2 different posts. You were going to post a before and after of a patient's forehead. And I already have that graphic for you. And then you're also going to post an education post about the benefits of neurotoxin. And again, I have a graphic for you, but if you would like to make your own, you can do that as well. And then every week I give you, I want you to start building your social media following of people that you are starting to follow. Again, the tools that I taught you in training, I want you to build upon them. And the best way to build upon them, build upon those tools is to watch other injectors and learn what they have to say. Know that there are 1,000 different ways to skin a cat, and every single injector is going to do it just a little bit different. But it's really important that you can see what other people are doing so you can take their tools and apply it to the ones that you have and make you the best injector that you can. So this week I have 2 accounts that I would like for you to start following. And that is the AAFE and Injector Bunny. Both of them are fantastic accounts. They do a lot of education. So you can really kind of immerse yourself into this world. And then finally, the last thing that you will be doing is you will be filling out the Google form. Last week we had our code word. This week our code word is going to be Magic Botox. So I will change it to Magic Botox on the Google form. So that will be your secret word. Thank you for everyone who filled out the Google form. Remember that these calls are mandatory. We do record them for you. That way you can always go back and rewatch them. They will live on the Facebook page for some time after you are finished with your probationary period, but then eventually I will delete the account and so we can have the next group kind of come in. Does anyone have any questions for me? Nope. Do y'all remember the magic code word? Give me a thumbs up if you're.
Yes.
Magic Botox. All right. Well, I will go ahead and I will get this recording up on that Facebook page as quickly as possible. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening and I will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye, thank you.